My name is Min, and I play the violin. I started playing when I was 6. My mother bought me a tiny 8-size factory toy made in China, which Joel is holding right there. Its tone might have been pure tin, but immediately I knew this was me. The violin, the sound it made, was me. The lungs of the violin breathing with mine. I felt at one with the violin, and I don't know how or why, but I did. I had perfect pitch. I could play almost anything I was asked to play. No fear, just the joy that I could do it, that I loved doing it. This was it, and everyone agreed. I had a gift. I could do things children my age weren't supposed to be able to do, and they called me a child prodigy. Not a child and not an adult, but a hybrid. This was to be my life, but that was all right because I wanted it too. A child prodigy lives in 2 worlds, but at home in neither. They're awarded scholarships, have a series of tutors, each one more demanding than the next, and they win competitions. I was awarded scholarships. I had a series of teachers, each one more demanding than the other. I won competitions. So I was doing what child prodigies do, and one thing you know is that one day you'll find the violin that's the one. You hear it from your grown-up peers. You see the violin in their hands, and they're not easy to find. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, a moment of chance, timing, and luck. It's that look across a crowded room, a moment of recognition, but you know that one day your turn will come. As my violin tutor once said to me, I've had 3 wives, Min, but only 1 violin. And then one day it happened. I found my violin. It was a Stradivarius, rare because of its size. He only made 1 other like it. And the moment I saw it, picked it up, I knew it was the one. I'd never said that about another person, but I felt like that about my violin. It was my Cinderella moment. Slipping on the shoe, the right size, the right tone, the right temperament. And it felt to me as if 400 years ago, Stradivarius had been working on a block of wood, fashioning the front and back just for this one moment. I played it and I played it and I played it, and I'd never let it go, till death. I had 10 years with my violin, 10 amazing years, which we made our path in the musical world together. We travelled the world, we played in concert halls, countries, we played Mendelssohn, Tchaikovsky, Beethoven, Sibelius. We played everything, and we loved playing everything together. And with my violin in my hands, I learned the repertoire all over again, because that's what you do with a partner. You live your life together in harmony. And eventually record companies came calling, first the Beethoven and then the Brahms. Sony planned to roll it across the world, and the future was calling. And then one November night, in a cold London railway station, my violin was stolen. It was taken from under the feet of my boyfriend, who I'd entrusted my violin to. And in that instant, my life and my violin was gone. In an instant, all I thought I'd known vanished. The world I'd lived in collapsed, and I was left in a terrifying limbo land. I was unable to play or function. I was staring into the void, wondering who I was, who I'd been, and how I'd got there. And that's what my book is about, how I got there and who I was, and if I was going to survive. Climb out of it, who I had to be. Finding these things is why I wrote the book, and I don't know if I would have found out who I was if I hadn't written it. And I'm standing here, a different Min than the one who started on that first page. And I'm not playing with my violin, and my violin isn't playing with me, but the story isn't over yet. I found my life back through music, and I hope that my violin can do the same. And we're going to finish with the Meditation from Thais by Massenet.